Well, that's one trophy won with that 3-1 win. Even from what we saw there with Nunez coming in and Mane going out, can you see a little difference, a little nuance in the way that they go forward, Liverpool?
Who's that? Mane.
Who's he? Yeah. The king is dead.
Yes,
Long live the king.
absolutely. That's the name of the game. You know, players move on. You get new strikers coming in, a younger striker, hungry. You see what it means from there. That's the name of the game. We say you shouldn't question the club's recruitment. Great start for a striker. He gives them options already. We've seen his runner power. And the beauty for when you watch these teams, I keep saying it, the hunger and desire from both teams today, fantastic.
He's just thinking, isn't he? I had a great chance first half, but there we are. There's a little temporary tattoo on the knee of Jurgen Klopp's autograph. You could see Haaland thinking first half.
For me, the first chance is the one you just head that in and get your goal. Get your goal and then you start playing. He chose the most difficult finish in the first half, and then you're thinking, okay, I hope I get another chance. And it didn't quite come until the game was over, and it was a great chance. Just put that in the net. You're just hoping that, you know, City are going to create a lot of chances. Like we've seen with Nunez. If Nunez, the goal what Nunez just scored for Liverpool, you don't really see that goal too often. You don't really see it in there, in the 6-yard box, just heading it. That is what you're going to need from him. That's what you're going to hopefully get. That's the kind of goals that, you know, Mane didn't really get too many of those kind of goals, but if City have got that guy doing that, then you've got Diaz, who played very well as well today, chipping in, then it's going to be fine. I've got no problems with Haaland because he was making kind of moves in the first half, and the chances what you want him to be getting, he weren't getting them because the City players weren't putting that into him. But he'll feel a little bit disappointed because he had 2 chances where he should have scored, especially with his record.
I'd be encouraged from what I saw today from Haaland. We know what he's about. Okay, he missed 1 or 2 chances, but his movement, the fact he's getting chances, and sometimes it's nice to, because the big hype around him today, just sometimes I might humble a little bit and go, listen, this is going to be hard work. But there's no doubt in my mind, this guy's going to score goals for fun. Again, we spoke for a half time. His movement, a couple of chances he had, he'd be disappointed. But this kid is going to score bags of goals for Man City. No doubt about it.
But there was a cohesion and a fluidity to Liverpool that there was missing a bit in the City.
A little bit from City, yeah. Maybe City a little bit different, more of a technical team. But Liverpool, we've seen with the Trent was getting to be there, talking about the fitness levels, the hunger, the desire. And they did look, we said at half time, they looked a bit sharper, they were a bit more direct, they certainly had a better chance, they were the better team, but there's a week to go yet. And we saw last season with Man City, City's just seemed a bit slow to the blocks last year, but it's about how you obviously finish the season, which they're pretty good at.
But it is interesting seeing this, isn't it? We didn't see this sort of focal point from either of these teams last season. No. And they have both decided, the managers over the summer, that's what they need. That we are going to see just a little moderation when it's needed in the way they attack.
Well, what we saw with Haaland in the first half, that chance, what we saw with Nunez when he came on, are opportunities that Liverpool got for a focal point number 9 to go through and get a half chance, finish that goal so they can get into their game and play their game. That's the kind of thing that we didn't see because Firmino would be coming towards the game more. Then it would be Salah or Mane trying to get in there. Sometimes you can't. What we saw today is that there was a striker already in there. There's a striker running through onto goal, missed the one-on-one chance, but they've got that focal point. So we're going to see goals coming from Liverpool from different places. And the thing is, him starting with a goal today will just give him such a boost for next week.
And for Jurgen Klopp, as we say, whatever you want to call this match, to beat Pep Guardiola, to beat Manchester City after what happened last season by missing out on the title by 1 point, and for his major summer signing to score, he's going to sleep well tonight.
It's been a good day.
Yeah, it's been a good day at the office, hasn't it?
New striker. It's a really good habit to get into winning, and we see Pep and Klopp on the side of the pitch.
Yeah.
The other teams might be watching this today and thinking, are these teams going to ease off? Not with Klopp and Pep involved. Again, the hunger and desire from both teams. Look at Klopp, he's got a big smile, he looks refreshed, he's got his new contract. So good luck stopping these teams.
Well, that's the point, isn't it, as well, with these 2 centre-forwards. It's a bit of an old-fashioned term, centre-forward, but they feel like that, don't they? Proper old-fashioned centre-forwards.
I just want to I think when you're a player, and it's great to have somebody up front who's got that physical presence. It's just, it's nice on the eye to say, listen, we've got that presence up there. On a bad day, we can put it up and get hold of it and stretch teams.
When you're under the pump a little bit as well, you know you can get out.
Get someone up there, you can get someone older ball, link the play, get yourself into their third and get goals like we saw that Nunez just scored out.
But even in the first half, we saw it with Haaland. When the ball was maybe a little bit too heavy for him, he's still with the strength, chested it out, held off the defender, got a shot.
Yeah, and then, like you say, he'll look at that and see